very careful not to say anything.
I'm Richard Hernandez. The last time I visited with you guys, I was here as an elected person by the community representing Sunnyside. Today, I'm here as an individual, someone who lives in the city and the county, and I'm a voter. I'm going to use the comment made, I'm Joe Q. citizen, okay, today. But I was not in that capacity the last time I visited with you. First of all, I have to tell you, I enjoyed the robust conversation and discussion. Some of it is really amazing. I hope you guys understand how important it is what you do. The most fundamental right we as Americans have is the right to vote. And I'm really glad to see you and both sides. I don't know who's appointed by who, because personally it doesn't make a difference. It's wonderful to see you do that. Unfortunately, there isn't more Joe Q public standing behind me to tell you that you're doing what we want you to do. Protect us, make sure that it's fair. So as I'm listening to you, let me share with you a couple of thoughts. If you haven't looked up the statute, which is 13-431.01H under subtitle 7.9.2, it specifically says that this commission can only go into executive session if and when the majority of this commission votes to go into executive session. That cannot come from Chuck Huckelberry. That cannot come from me or anybody else. You yourselves have to decide to go in executive session. When I see this, it really upsets me, because I'm Joe Q. citizen. I'm the one that you are representing. And it's very important to me that you understand how what you do is so important. In the Sunnyside adventure, as you probably know, my focus was a corrupt administrator, Dr. Manuel Izquierdo. My focus was to represent the children. But today, I'm here to represent you. You've got a bully like we had at Sunnyside. His name is Chuck Huckelberry. If you want to go into executive session, you decide, but not the county administrator. For whatever reason that you choose to, and you can look up the statute specifically, but it says there's 7 reasons that you can go into executive session as I read it. And I'm word for word here. Employment, appointments, promotions, demotions, salaries, discipline, okay? And so when you look at these things, and before you decide to go in executive session, that's one of the reasons I'm really thrilled that you're looking at these lawyers. Here's what I say as Joe Q. citizen. The same man who complained about you is the same man who's telling you you can only have these 3 attorneys. I want to go on the record, I will be contacting the Attorney General's office to indicate that's a conflict of interest. If you want to pick your own lawyer and you like one of these 3 people, no problem. But being forced to have the same 3 that the same person is accusing you, there's a really big, he's playing jury and judge at the same time. I, as Joe Q. Public, am sharing with you, I'm the voter, I live in this county, I live in this city, that's wrong. So if there is money assigned to you, you should pick who you think, you as a commission, think would be in your best interest, not who the bully, Chuck Huckelberry, thinks is in your best interest. This is why we have in our system that you can have special counsel. This is why in certain instances the county attorney can't represent the county, because there's a conflict of interest. So there is clearly a conflict of interest here. And I am here to protect you as a commission, to tell you I can see it. I am Joe Q. Public, and I see it. You're being bullied to take the same counsel. Wait, I complained about you, and now I'm going to tell you who you can have as a lawyer? Shameful. Shameful. Let me also visit with you on some more thoughts. And again, I'm Joe Q. citizen. I'm really sad. If you want, I'll bring you 20, 30 people so you can have an audience. I can do that. But I want you to know that I represent those people. That's why I'm here. There are some things that really annoy me, and I want to be very clear, such as, our elected official, whose name is, I'm losing it, who walks out because he doesn't like something being elected. White. What's that? Benny White. Okay. Well, unfortunately, the public forum, which is what I'm addressing you at, is at the end. We've all been here I've been here since 8:30. Okay. You're just as tired as I am. But if you're actually representing the public, don't you need to at least stay to listen to the public? Now, I don't know him, and I don't really care who appointed him, but unless he's got some real significant issue, okay, You as commissioners of this group need to listen to me or anybody else who comes here, as tired as you are, as tired as I am. That is your role. And I'm really, really disappointed. And I don't know who he's appointed by, and it doesn't make any difference to me. So I think when I look at these things, I have some serious concerns. But for the record to this commission, I will also be writing a written complaint to the Attorney Generals that we have a conflict of interest. We have a political conflict of interest. And the only reason Huckelberry is visiting with you, okay, is because there's something in it for his office or whoever he is representing, okay? But you commissioners, you represent us, the people. Let me end by telling Brad this specifically. Here's how the chain of command goes in elections, okay? Huckelberry is employed by the Board of Supervisors. This Board of Supervisors is employed by me and everybody who votes. That's how the chain of command goes. We are the bosses. You, the Board of Supervisors, are elected by us. You appoint Huckelberry, and he appoints Brad at this position. So don't be mistaken. Don't be bullied. Don't be threatened. Trust me, as you know, the result of the Sunnyside election was 75% of the electorate agreed with me by saying no bullying, no threatening, no intimidation. And that's why I'm here to support you. You do what's right. You get your own lawyer. You have money. Somebody, I heard, I don't know who, I don't want to say that, said that there has been money procured. Do not feel like you have to pick the lawyer that you're being assigned. Why? Why would you do that? And you're right. You're absolutely right. When if I'm going to pick a lawyer to represent me, let's just say, for example, it's a DUI lawyer. Okay? If I get a DUI, and this is just an example because I don't have one for the record, okay? If I have a DUI, I want a DUI lawyer. I don't want a homicide attorney representing me at a DUI. When I read these people's qualifications, their expertise, their specialty is not public meeting laws. But they do have some specialty in it. But that's not what they do. So I'm going to close by telling you that last time I was here, I appreciate your visit. You will see some written complaints to me from the Attorney Generals on behalf of the public. And you, stand up, do what's right, remind Chuck that he works for the Board of Supervisors, and I'm reminding the Board of Supervisors they work for me and the electorate. Thank you for allowing us at Sunnyside to prove, without a doubt, right? 75% of the community said enough of nepotism, favoritism, bullying, threats. Those people were professionals, and now you are being part of that. So count on me to champion for you to make sure that I won't allow that to happen. And you know what we tell children? You know what we tell our first graders when somebody's bullying you? Tell somebody in authority. I'm going to come to you. I'm going to use that same concept. I'll be glad to bring for you if you want. I've already spoken to the press. When you feel threatened, here's what you do. You tell somebody in authority. I can tell you this morning you were on 790 radio. It was a robust discussion. I've taken 2 calls today to say, did you know they were talking about you again this morning? I can tell you this will be on radio on Wednesday next week. Okay? I can tell you it was in the newspaper. It was on 3 Sonorans. It was on the Arizona Independent. You're not alone. That's right. You're not alone. There's plenty of us standing here. You just don't see us. Okay? And here's what I told Sunnyside, the old board that we have, thank God, gotten rid of. We, the community, pick our elected officials because, you know what? I have a 90-year-old at home, and she's missing lunch. And every minute, probably the last 45 minutes you've seen me, I've been very antsy because she needs me. This is why we elect people. We elect you because we have a life, and we trust you to do your job. And that's why we elect our officials. And then it's not that we're not interested. I'm sure that I'll be glad to bring you people if you want an audience. Okay? It's not that they're not interested, but you know what? They have a family, they have kids, they have grandkids, they got to make lunch, that's why they're not here. That's why they're not here. So I am trusting you. I'm sending you my love. I'm sending you my support. Do what's right. Do not let Huckelberry threaten you or anybody else, okay? Because you represent us. And let's go to court. Yeah. Barbara said a couple times, let's see what a judge says. Let's see what a judge says. Let's see what a jury says. Let's see what the public has to say. And let's remind Huckelberry and everybody else that I've seen here today, you people are employed by us. Your check comes from us, the people, right? And as you commission people, I know you don't get paid, is that correct?
That's
right. You don't get paid, but you do this because you believe in it. You know, you're passionate about it. I see it, and I love it. It's exciting for me to watch you guys do this thing.
Arnie?
Nay.
What?
Nay.
Nay, okay, the motion fails. Do you want to make a new motion?
I'll make a new motion that we deputize someone to interview these three candidates and find out where they stand on that particular meeting.
Do we have a second?
Second.
I have a question. Vicki,
Yes?
I sympathize with the motion. My only question is, it says something